Installation of Vacuu-lan valves. Vacuu-lan valves are composed of a mounting base and the operating elements of the valve. To mount the valve, 5 holes must be drilled into the work surface, 4 for securing the mounting base, and the 5th, the center hole, to permit connections of the compression fittings that connects the Vacuu-lan valve to the tubing network. Here are the tools needed to install your Vacuu-lan network. Use the template provided with your project's submittal material to lay out the drilling pattern. The dimensions of the template will be affected by the size of the printed sheet, so be sure to use the measured dimensions on the template. Notice also that the diameter of the securing holes differ depending on the composition of the countertop material. We suggest either a 3 or 3.5 mm drill bit. For larger installations with on-site mounting of the Vacuu-lan valves, we strongly recommend that you create a drilling template with guide holes in precisely the locations needed. This simplifies the drilling process and ensures a quick, consistent placement of the valves on the bench top. As you can see, the template has 4 holes used to secure the mounting base and a hole that can be used as a pilot hole for drilling the larger cutout for the tubing connection. Lay the drilling template on the bench top, a line along the backsplash for proper placement. Use the bit size appropriate for your countertop material to drill the securing hole and the center pilot hole in the surface. Next, use a 38 mm or a 1.5 inch hole saw to cut the hole needed to penetrate the bench with the Vacuu-lan network tubing. Use the center pilot hole to ensure the center hole is properly located. Now you're ready to mount the Vacuu-lan valve. Many people find it easier to secure the mounting base by removing the operating elements of the valve. This is easily done by turning the knurled ring at the base of the operating element counterclockwise. Notice that there's a flexible check valve inside. Set this aside in a safe place. Attach a compression union to the stub at the bottom of the mounting base. Do this before attaching the base to ensure that you can tighten the compression fitting properly for a leak-free installation. To the other end of the compression union, attach a pigtail of PTFE tubing supplied with your Vacuu-lan network material that is long enough to reach the vacuum distribution line for your Vacuu-lan network, possibly 2 or 3 feet. Insert the PTFE tubing through the center hole that you have drilled previously. Now you can use the screws provided with each Vacuu-lan valve to secure the mounting base. Position the check valve so that the center ball of the check valve partially covers the kidney-shaped hole in the mounting base. Then attach the operating part of the base, aligning the pins so that the valve hose barb faces the desired direction, and tighten the knurled secure ring. Be careful not to cross-thread the components. Once the base is secure, use the black caps provided to conceal the screws. To connect the valve to the Vacuu-lan distribution network, attach a pigtail dropped from the installed valve to the distribution line with a compression T or elbow, depending on whether the valve is mid-network or at the end of the line. Repeat this process for each Vacuu-lan valve. We strongly suggest testing the connections as you go by using a Vacuu-lan installation QC kit provided by Vacuu upon request. This helps avoid the need to find leaks caused by bad connections after the entire network is assembled. The QC kit includes a small pump and a digital gauge that allows you to test the network connections as you go. The kit also includes written and illustrated instructions. And for additional information on Vacuu brand products, log on to vacuu.com.